Today, I want us to shake these tables a little, shake those bottles a little, get angry a little bit, at least create some conversation. 2 or 3 months ago, I provoked some discussion at the comment section. I'm going to be leaving some of the clips and your comments there on the screen so you see. I provoked this very white wedding Cinderella gown, whatever, there with a picture of my wedding dress. And I was asking you guys to make your own comments. What do you think? Do you think it has to be this? Especially because I know when I talk to you, I know I'm talking to those of African descent, to the melanated people. All right, so we have a culture, we have traditions, we have customs. All right, we had a life before colonialism. We had a life. We had a connection with divinity before colonialism. But, you know, they always want to write out this whole thing and make us feel that we knew nothing about divinity. We knew nothing about the Almighty. It was them who came and then they brought the light to us, that we were all in darkness prior to their coming. Now, this very whole white Cinderella wedding dress, or white wedding as you might call it, a lot is happening in the continent, Your Majesty. And I believe not just the continent. Because I get some comment from some of you who have elderly daughters who were married, and how you spent so amount of dollars for a wedding dress, all right, organizing a white wedding and this whole thing. And I sat and thought about this whole thing. And fortunately, I stumbled upon Bishop Maponga's teachings, and I just felt like, why not we talk about this today? Yeah, because right now in the continent of Africa, I'm talking about something I know, I see every day, and I experience from people every day. When you are married and you hadn't done, like when you are married without people seeing you with a white Cinderella gown, or seeing your husband with a suit, a black suit, standing by your side, they wouldn't believe that you're married. Now they have narrowed everything, they have channeled everything, they have channeled the whole institution of marriage to the white dress and the black suit. And why do we do this to ourselves? Because of colonialism.
That as Africans, let's stop thinking that by doing white weddings, we're doing God a favor. White wedding is Western white culture. It is as cultural as an African wedding. So next time you go getting married, when they're paying cows, just ask the pastor to bring the signing certificate and just do it once and for all. For that is the truth. Let's just stop practicing European culture and we say this is Christianity.
Your Majesties, there are two things that I picked up from here. Now, you can leave your comment there. What do you think? Must it be that someone had to put on a Cinderella gown before he or she is married? Must those things be arranged? Now, like in the continent right now, when it comes to marriage, a lot of young girls are unable because they feel that they've not seen the man who has money enough. When it comes to marriage, the father, the mother who gives out the child or whoever is there who represents them, those who are supposed to marry, and the witnesses and the Creator, the Almighty, calling down the Almighty to solidify the union that is being made. Now, it's not about this anymore. And that's why you see there are a lot of young girls who feel that the man do not have money enough, so they are not ready yet. You see them, suitors are coming, but they feel this person is not up to my taste because they need money to foot all these bills. Now, it's not just two anymore. There's what they call, it's right now in the continent of Africa, it's three. You do the traditional, you do the one they call the white wedding, then you do the civil marriage. So if a guy do not have money to carry on these 3 activities, you know it's gonna cost money. If he do, and these 3 activities are different attires. Some, the traditional itself, they have 3 attires. You calculate the expenses that is made. And then after this so-called marriage, wedding, whatever, the couple is broken after some 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. All those efforts put in is scattered. So, when you do not have a white wedding, even after your bride price is paid to your parents, you don't go to a church and wear a white cloth and go and... We are all guilty of this. Look at me. We are guilty of this. When you don't do this, people look at you like your marriage is fake. You are not married yet. They shame you and make you feel like you I don't know, there's a way people talk to you, there's a way they look at you. And these are the reasons why a lot of young girls go into this whole thing. Some people do these things not because they want it. Because it is, they'll tell you this is how it is now. You have to do it that way. It's not about, is this the right thing? It's about, this is how it is. So it's not just because you out of your free will, you might not just want it, but because you don't want people to come to look at you like you don't have the money, you have to do everything possible to do this whole thing. And it's costing a lot of families. Because prior to the wedding, when you see the lady running helter-skelter looking for money, begging here and there for money, because she wants to do European culture. And this is it, like the bishop said, it's not our culture. These things are what was inculcated. And the church helping in implementing this whole thing. The church is guilty. Because the church has looked upon our own way of marriage as not fit. Our own way of marriage as not godly. Our own way of marriage as not marriage enough. And that's why you have to do this one. They call it traditional. What are the name? White wedding. This is how far we've gone. Like this case right now is eating deep into the system, the soul of the continent of Africa. Is eating deep. And I will want to see that lady that will be bold enough and say, I am not doing this. It's rare. Like there were couples that went viral. They went viral because they decided to have their wedding, their marriage, just in a normal casual attire. They went viral. And a lot of ladies were like, I can't do this, so I can't do this, so why would it be like this? Why would that be like that? And I think I said it before, I'll say it again. I regretted wasting money and time on this. I have said it before. If I had known those times, I had the knowledge, this wouldn't be an option for me. Because now I'm in the know. I now know. That time I never knew. And I believe a lot of persons were like that and are still like that. But there are some that knows, but they feel like, if I don't do this, I'm not up to the class. You see people spending $300, $400, $1,000, $2,000 on this very Cinderella white clothes that they're going to wear for some minutes. Some ladies have frustrated their husbands to the level that after the wedding, the husband will be using the annoyance of the whole expenditure to deal with the lady. Because you spend so much amount of money on just on nonsense. I'm sorry. And then after the wedding, you are now in the marriage now. There's no money to feed anymore. Now you're married. A lot of people, they saw the fabulous, fantastic outfit you put on for all this, your 3 line-up marriage or wedding or whatever you called it. And they are calling you because they need help. They need money. You're rich. So you spend such amount of money. And they never knew that you yourself went to borrow money. I keep saying it to people up until today. Those who call me, oh, my wedding is coming up, I keep saying it. And they can bear me witness. Do not spend all you have on this whole white wedding, what have you. Do not spend all you have, because there is a life after that wedding. There is a life. We were living a simple life here, and this whole Western European, Eurocentric, whatever, came to rest through the church. Through the church. You pay your dowry, the normal numbers of wrappers you have to buy for your wife, the normal things traditionally you do. They bless you, you go. No, it's not like that anymore. After that one, there is another one. And after that one, there isn't a civil one. We tie ourselves to these things. To the point now that when you have a marriage, the normal African marriage, I don't want to call it traditional marriage because it's what it should be. When you have that marriage, there's no certificate even for you. It's the church alone that gives you certificates and the civil marriage. Because they do not even value, they don't value the normal one you do that is a custom. It's not valued again. Where you see the richness of our traditions, it's not that is of value anymore. And by day, we keep hurting ourselves because we want to live like other people. We are living the cultures of other people. And then some of these people will sit and position their mouth and say that we should be happy that they came to the continent of Africa. When they came and robbed us of everything. The hand of colonialism is everywhere written in our lives as people, as Africans. The hand of colonialism is written everywhere. From our names, to how we eat, to how we lie down, to how we pray, to how we live our lives as people, the hand of colonialism is written everywhere. It's difficult to cut off, I understand. I know. But there are some things that we should stand up right now. At the stage we are as a people, as African people, we should stand up right now and say, no, some of these things have to go. Nobody should come shame you because you only had a normal marriage that an African should have. Nobody should come and shame you for that. It must not be a Cinderella gown before it is marriage. It must not be a black suit with a tie on the neck before it is marriage. Because we had our system. Those systems are not our own. It's borrowed. And it's high time we start kicking out those systems, taking it back to the owner and letting them know. Now, just imagine, let's look at ourselves. Have you ever seen the Europeans putting on our own attire and doing the same thing that we do? No, they do it once. But we will do our own. We'll do other people's own. We'll do this one. What is our problem? What is our problem? What do you think, Your Majesty? Just leave your comment on the section. And I'll see you in my next one. I just hope that we get the information right. Love yourself. Love others. Stay safe. Stay positive always. Bye for now.